I'm like, no, I'm gonna be late for my flight. The Uber driver like rudely apologizes to me. It's not even like, I'm sorry. Like, I apologize, for getting here late.
Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, just your channel, go by Kiki. In today's video, I'll be doing a story time, basically explaining everything that happened during December, how I missed my flight because I was coming here from school and it was winter break. So anyways, little disclaimer, forget about the thumbnail because I actually recorded this today, but I lost the files and the only thing that was left was the thumbnail. So anyways, before this whole video starts, don't forget to like, comment down below what you want me to do next. Don't forget to subscribe to my story time, play video tips, and anything else I do on this channel. Alrighty, so it was December 20th where I was supposed to be making my way to the airport. So I got myself an Uber and my mom sent me money, so I used that money to get myself an Uber, but I didn't buy the one by yourself. I actually got it with somebody else to save money. So the person that was already in there, she was going to American Airlines Arena in Miami, just in case you didn't know where that was. So basically, we passed American Airlines Arena like the first turning to get in. He passes, the Uber driver passes the second one to turn around. Then he passes the third one to turn around. So we ended up all the way down by the cruise ship, like where they dock. So he had to turn all the way around, go back in, drop her off. And she was getting irritated. I was getting irritated because I was going to be late for my flight. Like, let's go, come on, like, this ain't it. So after she gets out, I was like, excuse me, sir. Sorry, I'm like standing in a weird awkward spot. So I was like, excuse me, sir, like, am I going to get to my flight or not? And he's like, yeah, you're gonna be there. Like, it's just gonna be like 5 to 10 minutes or so. I was like, cool, bet, no problem. We got on the highway. I kid you not. As we got on the highway, there was like bumper to bumper traffic. Like, cars were barely moving. He had to keep switching lanes. All of this stuff. I'm like, no. I'm gonna be late for my flight. So in the process of me being late for my flight, or like at the time I was thinking I was gonna be late. I still was, because obviously because the title. But what had happened was I was like messaging my friends, messaging my mom, and I was like, I kept telling my mom I was gonna be there and make it on time, which obviously I didn't. Then my friends were like, oh, it shouldn't be that big of a deal, like, you'll make it. But then I kept sending my friends like pictures and videos of me being stuck on the highway, and they were like, oh, I didn't even know that was gonna happen, like, bad, like. And I was like, dang, like, I'm gonna be stuck, I'm not gonna make it in time. So eventually I get to the airport and the Uber driver like rudely apologizes to me. It's not even like, I'm sorry, like, I apologize, for getting here late. Because if the Uber driver would have made the first turn into American Airlines Arena, I would have caught that flight. So what happened was, I ended up going and getting in line, and the reason that I got in line was because I have a student visa and doing the self check-in wouldn't have worked. I did try to do self check-in with the thing, but I could do self check-in on my phone and it would let me go through. But the reason why I didn't was because my birthday is September 5th, but the little thing kept going to September 10th for some reason. So I was like, I'm not doing this because, like, document wise, if you got the wrong name, date, where you're from, like, they're not gonna accept you basically. So I was like, let me just go ahead and get this all sorted out correctly. So once I get in line, I get up to the counter and the lady was like, I'm sorry, is this the right ticket, or like, where you really going? Like, where you going? I was like, Bermuda. She was like, where you going? I was like, Bermuda. And she was like, how come you didn't get here earlier? Because they're about to start boarding the flight. And in my mind, I kept looking at my phone, and they never said anything just about boarding the flight. Like, I had like a whole good few minutes where I could have made it, but like, obviously TSA, all the lines that I had to go through, yada yada yada, to get to the spot I need to go to, I would have never made it on time. So you had to be there a certain time before boarding, so that you're there for when they actually stop boarding. Because that's the reason they didn't let me through, was because I wasn't there on time for the check-in and everything. Like, you could be there at the airport and the plane hasn't boarded and they're not gonna let you through. So basically, I'm getting upset. I was like, calling a bunch of people. So let me tell you this one thing I didn't tell you. I was supposed to be surprising my friend that night because we were gonna go out to welcome back college party together. And I was supposed to be surprising my friend because I told her I wasn't even coming home. And so I'm like calling everybody, letting them know like I missed my flight, yada yada yada. Like I don't know what to do. So if it wasn't for my daddy and my friend's mama, I would not have got plan B. So my friend's mama was like, well, they do have a flight that goes to Boston, and you will probably have to just stay overnight and come tomorrow, because they at the airport, the people that work there would give me another plan, and the other plan that they would give, this was plan B. So plan B was basically to go back to where I came from, which I couldn't because my school was shutting down everything, and basically if I used my pass to go in, they would not have let me in because you basically if you're staying there during breaks, you have to let the school know, and then they'll let your passes work through the school. But if you're not, then you can't stay there any longer, basically, and I'm not gonna let you in. So I was like, alright, but like I don't have another plan. I was like, I have to go somewhere other than staying in Miami, because what they have planned, the plan B was they were gonna get me another ticket, the same one where I wouldn't have to pay, and then I just have to come the next day and go to Bermuda. I didn't want to do that because by the time I would have gotten to Bermuda the next day, it would have been like evening time. And no, that's not that long of a flight. It's like 2-3 hours, something like that. But it's just I got there in the afternoon and then I would get there in the evening. That's why. Okay, what happened was my daddy got me a flight to Boston where I stayed overnight, and I stayed in a hotel. Like my mom wasn't too happy about it. She was mad at me because like obviously we didn't have money, all of that stuff. So then I ended up going staying at the hotel that was inside the airport, waking up the next morning. Mind you, it was freezing cold when I got there to Boston, and it was like obviously winter time. So all I had on was like a shirt like this, and then some jogger pants, cause I thought I was like gonna be Bermuda, hot, sunny, all of that. Like it's always hot during our winter times. Like don't worry. So I wake up the next morning, December 21st, and I get there to Bermuda. Once I got to Bermuda, my friend's boyfriend picked me up, and we went to my friend's job to surprise her. She was so surprised. She's like, I thought you weren't coming back. Like, all of this stuff, because that's the plan, to surprise her. And then she was like, I'm going to come over your house this evening, which she never even did that day. I don't even remember why. But, yeah. But I learned my lesson to get there early. And mind you, let me tell you this. I always get to the airport super, super early. Like, when I was, what was I? When I was going from Miami to Orlando, I got there a whole hour early. Like, then when I got to, I got there a whole 2 hours early, put it that way. Then when I got from Orlando to Bermuda, I got there a whole 2 hours early. Like, I was sitting there just doing nothing. And so, actually, I'm lying. It was Orlando to Atlanta, stay overnight, Atlanta to Bermuda. I just got there super, super early, like stupid dumb early, not that I learned my lesson. So that's what I'm gonna say. Like if you're a college student and you never travel by yourself, like just be there a whole 2 hours early, 3 hours early. Like it don't matter if you're sitting there doing nothing. Like there's a lot to do at the airport. You can get food, you can charge up your phones, you can go see the stores there. Like it don't matter. Like don't try to be late and miss your flight and then you gotta spend extra money. Like that's basically really it for the story time. That's all I want to say. But make sure you like, comment down below what you want me to do next. Don't forget to subscribe to more story time, play video tips, and anything else I do on this channel.